Yo, what's good? It's your boy Youngie 2 times.
Boy X, man.
Yeah, man. And today we're gonna be reacting to this headline. Just threw me off real quick. Said Kevin something else.
Couple thumbnails.
Damn, you just talk about me on my speech like that? That's crazy. But it says
It's fucked up, bro.
talk to black men like you talk to your white boss. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all subscribe. Let's get into it.
What's your criticism or critique?
Well, firstly, I want to say I think it's your delivery. Even though what you say does not stop, the way you deliver it doesn't take away from the facts. I feel that because of the way you say you want to help black women, especially the black community, and we have a lot of issues with always having our defense up. So I feel like sometimes your delivery could be a little bit harsh, especially to women who are just ignorant and don't know.
How long have you been watching my content?
For about a year.
So when things go off the rail, I come in and treat women that way. I automatically go from 0 to 100.
No, I didn't say that you go from 0 to 100. I'm just saying
the tone matches.
Hold on. So do you think he be kind of harsh and shit to women sometimes, like in his tone? Not what he's saying, but just his delivery.
I think Kevin saying it was like most people is one of those people that meet you where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So like if you giving him like pushback,
He matches your energy.
Yeah, exactly. He just meet you where you at.
That's yeah.
So it's kind of like you give him that shit, he gonna give you that shit too. But if you're respectful, he gonna be respectful. But if you saying some outlandish stuff, he gonna be like, hey, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? But if you like, nigga, I don't know about you, he gonna be like, listen, fat bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this big bitch. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so he gonna do that. So,
but like I'll say this though, right? Like I feel like to your point, that's a good point. But I feel like sometimes it's gonna sound crazy, and the man's feet may not rock with it if they watching. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But with women, sometimes, bro, like we have to speak to them differently than how we speak to dudes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just facts. That's just facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we arguing and I talk to you aggressively, in the back of your mind, you might think like, okay, X might be, you know what I'm saying? He might be going left with me in a second.
Yeah.
I might have to prepare for that. So now I got to hold my ground. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with women, it's not, they may not be necessarily thinking that.
Yeah.
They might just be trying to get their point across. You know what I'm saying? They could say whatever they need to say to make sure that their point is getting across and that they correct, so to speak. Correct?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's like women's delivery, you kind of have to, even if it can come out harsh, sometimes I'm not saying all the time, because if somebody come at you left, you have every right to be like F you, all that type of stuff, right? But sometimes also, and y'all notice if you're dealing with women, sometimes even if you know a shorty coming at you crazy a little bit, you might have to finagle and kind of talk to her a certain way to where she can understand what you're saying. That's all I'm saying.
Because I feel like a lot of times, like when men talk to each other, they talk to each other with more of a respect type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because they know how it could go. If you know what I'm saying?
Because there's always that underline of a fight.
Yeah, because if somebody like if you come up to like a guy like, yo, what up, nigga? You pussy ass nigga, you parked in my spot, right? That nigga be like, nigga, I parked in your spot. What's up? What? Now y'all fighting. That one y'all might end up dead or something, right? But as a man talking to another man, you be like, hey, that's my parking spot. And be like, oh, I didn't know that was your parking spot. My fault. I won't park there next time. And then that's that, right?
Tone matters with men, though. That's the thing.
Whereas a woman,
because we care about respect a lot. Like respect is like, we would die for respect. That's the funny. I mean, not the funny thing, but that's just what it is. Like men will die for respect.
Yeah. No,
if
like,
they a real man.
Like I was driving the other day, and I was cutting over, right? Girl was like 4 cars back, right? Nowhere, like mad space, right? As soon as I put my blinker over and to cut over, started driving up mad fast, right? Once I cut in front of them, which cut around, then cut back in front of me. I'm like, what kind of dumb shit is this?
I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like women react to certain stuff differently. Like, oh, you trying to come up, trying to get one up on me. It's like, nah.
And the thing is, though, for the most part, that when it comes to like an argument between a man and a woman or a discussion, there's not, most of the time it's not that, there's not that underlying belly of like violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas with a dude, like we just said, things can pop off at any time.
Exactly.
I mirror.
Say that again?
I mirror.
Okay.
I find it interesting that women have such an issue with the tone. And you ladies don't seem to have the same issue with the woman's behavior first.
That's a good point.
I don't think it's mostly the tone. It's just your delivery. The tone is okay.
The delivery, the tone,
The same
it
thing?
doesn't start off
She
that
said,
way.
what's okay? She said the
Go back a little bit. She kind of confused me.
I don't think it's mostly the tone. It's just your delivery. The tone is okay.
I mean, I disagree.
That's the same thing though, right?
Nah, it's totally different. But it's
Wait. Tone and delivery, right? That's within the same vein.
I mean,
Your delivery is your. I'm saying
it's different. I get what she's saying. Like,
Okay.
so like she's saying, she said, I think the tone. She said, oh, let me run just to get it again because what she said, I think she said it backwards.
I don't think it's mostly the tone. It's just your delivery. The tone is okay.
I don't think it's the tone because the tone is like. The tone is what is not okay. It's not okay if you think about it, right?
Okay.
Because that's how he reacts to like meeting somebody where they at or keeping that energy, right? The delivery is good because he's being realistic with the expectations. You know what I'm saying? But her saying it's the
so you're saying she got it in reverse. So she's saying it actually is the tone, not the delivery.
exactly because
Okay.
she's saying the delivery is wrong, but the tone is good. Because the tone is like, you fat bitch, blah blah blah. But the delivery is like, if you got 3 kids and you don't have anything else to offer, most men are not going to want to date you. That is correct, right? But the tone can sometimes be said better. But also, again, he's meeting you where you at. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably for theatrics. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the thing though. It's like, I just hate the narrative of like. It's like, okay, dude got 3 kids,
Yeah.
3 baby mamas,
Yeah.
and then he has another girlfriend or whatever, right? What about, like, okay, sure, he's dysfunctional, clearly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But why is there no accountability for the women that continue to date this man? Because you would think that if a man got that many kids and that many baby mothers, you would think that shit ain't all the way right over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you would think that people would be like, I can't mess with that. But if the dude got some money, maybe pipe game strong, maybe he treats you real good, he take you out, maybe he works with your schedule, whatever it is. A lot of them will overlook a lot of things, and then in the end, when it don't work out, they'll look at you as the bad guy because
And then go
they
back
feel
to the
like,
shit that they skipped all from the jump.
right, that, and they'll feel like you wasted their time, wasted their youth or whatever it is, and it's like, well, you knew what I had coming in. What you mad about?
Exactly.
Hey,
The delivery, the tone, it doesn't start off that way.
that's understandable, and I know that. I'm just saying because of the fact. Here's my point: is us black women, we have the shitty end of the stick. Okay, whether it's because we induced it or because of our past. Okay, and I feel that we are.
No, you don't. You don't. You
Well,
don't.
you say we don't.
Here's the simple thing. Talk to black men like you talk to your white boss. And that's all we need from you. Talk to us. Excuse me. Listen. Process. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
Black women know how to check all of that when their job is on the line. Talk to us like we're your white boss. And we got no more problems. Well, what's your...
Oh, that's an interesting topic to ponder, right?
He said, talk to black men how you would talk to your white boss.
And it's interesting.
That's a tricky one, though, because it's like... Because then you could pose the same question to black men as well. Would you talk to people, your women, how you would talk to your boss?
I mean, it's a tricky question, but I think.
Yeah.
That, I mean, the thing.
You can go different ways with it.
I think the concept, which makes it easier to understand, is that like there's new statistics that show that most, like a lot of black women, are working in like top level executive roles or more so like kind of like corporate positions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they're used to that, working for like the white man or something like that. But it's kind of like, and there's a certain type of level of respect that they have to show to get to that position. But then when it comes to the niggas, it's kind of like, well, you're not at my level. Well, I could take care of myself, so I don't really need to listen to you. Like I listen to white man during the day, but not you.
Oh, that's weird. Cause I don't feel like your level should matter about who you then decide to date, because a lot of times what happens is like motherfuckers get to a certain level and they start dating the Caucasians, or they start dating another race, and because maybe they feel like at this point they don't have to deal with what comes with your own race. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or what you think comes with your own race, what you've gone through so far. But yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say something that might.
Oh shit! Take a little sip, man. Take a little sip.
Risque.
Take a little sip before you say it.
A little risque. I think a lot of black women respect men based on what they can do for them.
My face. In case let's go viral.
in what they can do for them, right?
Wait, say that again.
I think a lot of black women's respect, especially at those type of levels, is based on what you could do for them, right? Like if you can't pay their bills.
But would you say that's not like most women though?
Huh?
Instead of just like saying it's black women, don't you think that's most women?
I specialize in black women. So I can only speak for the sisters.
You only dated sisters?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately?
No, I mean not fortunately.
Cancel button.
No. That heavy hitting. Yo,
bro, like, do you not?
Nah, that heavy.
Yo, do you not like our channel?
I love my sisters.
Hold on. The opinions of Youngie do not reflect Homeboy Entertainment TV. Keep subscribing.
I choose to. Nah, let me rephrase that, man. I ain't want to put this video out. I think.
Actually, good thing I caught it though.
What?
Like when you said that, I caught it. I don't think you caught what you said, but I know what you meant. Yeah. You said fortunately you've been able to deal with black women. So go continue.
But yeah, I feel like. Well, I guess in general, like women probably, depending on what you could do for them, they gonna be like, nah, you get this type of respect, but I don't know if you get all that respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of women, it's kind of like, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? I hear about all these groups.
So you're speaking from your experience, though.
I mean, I could say you can speak from a certain experience because I feel like I've dated a couple of black women, and there's some black women that are just like respectful. And you know what I'm saying, like listen to you and kind of, you know what I'm saying. But I think those are like the ones that grew up with like their fathers in the house and stuff like that and shit like that. And I think that do play a big part. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not used to listening to your dad, what make you think you're gonna listen to, you know what I'm saying, some your mans?
I hear what you're saying, right? But I still think what you're saying, it kind of does apply to most women though, because.
No, I'm pretty sure it does.
Cause like, all right. So you may not have experience with girls outside the race as much as I do, right? Not that I be dating serious, but I just be noticing shit. Like, I notice shit a lot. So like, I've dealt with girls that were older than me and were very, very immature, like extremely immature, where they thought that because they had a vag, that they can control me with that, and I'm just like. Nah.
Can't control you with the kitties?
Nah. I'm not that type of dude. Because I feel like once you start asking me for certain things and start expecting certain things from me, and I'm not okay with it, then it's not going to work. Maybe you can call it ego, whatever. I just don't deal with certain things because I'm just like, oh, I didn't know you was like this. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I can move over here. Because you only was going to last a couple months anyways. So it's like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. Let us know in the comments what y'all think, man.